Hello, it is, and coming at you with some Oblivion gameplay. I think it's been pretty good so far. Kind of confused on where to go and stuff like that. There are a few side quests I really want to get to, but yeah, I've liked it so far. But not talking about Oblivion. I'll talk about when I finish it, but not talking about that right now. Last of Us Episode 3 just wrapped up, and I'm going to try to give a more cohesive review than I did last time. Because, kind of just go through the scenes, talk about what I liked, what I didn't like. Spoiler, there's going to be a lot of what I didn't like. I'm sorry, I don't like to be negative. But, yeah, I'm not feeling the show all that much right now. So, starting off the episode, we had that scene with Tommy, which I liked that scene. I think Tommy, though, is horribly mistreated throughout the episode. But yeah, the start showing him actually grieve over Joel is good, but I felt like he just didn't ever, throughout the rest of the show, he didn't grieve at all. In the game, afterwards, after he dies, it's really good. Like, it doesn't get straight into it, but it doesn't draw it out like this episode kind of does. And yeah, I think it was done way better in the game, where he doesn't leave like that. It feels out of character for him. Maybe it's because I've played the game a bunch of times and that's all I know he does after it, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel right for him to not, and it feels out of character. But I didn't like the hospital scene with Ellie either. I feel like her acting has been kind of shit this season. I'm sorry to say that bluntly, but I really have not liked it this season. It was really good last season. I don't think she has what Ellie becomes in their acting range. That kind of worries me. I haven't really liked the casting all that much this season for anybody other than like Dina. I think good casting for her, and Jesse, good casting for him, but don't like the casting for pretty much anybody in Abby's crew, including Abby. Yeah, the casting just kind of sucks. In my opinion, like, they're not bad actors themselves, it just doesn't feel like they fit the role that they're trying to play. So, yeah. I also... that therapist, like, scene just felt like filler. It didn't feel needed. I hate how they made it so... they make it so obvious what her arc will be. Like, when the therapist and Tommy are sitting down, and the therapist Tommy just straight up says, "Oh, I really hope she doesn't go down this path," and it's so obvious that that's gonna happen. It's like, imagine before in like the first episode they go, "Oh, I sure hope somebody from Joel's past doesn't come and kill him." Like, it makes it so obvious what their character arcs are gonna be. I don't like that, because the game, you didn't expect Ellie to turn out like that, but it's like, oh, I should have expected that because they've always had that in them. But you don't expect it, and that's what makes it so good, but it's just making it way too obvious what's going to happen in the show. And just to keep on the notion about them they're making it more dramatic and removing a lot of the subtlety I really like about the game. Perfect example is that house scene, is that they're sacrificing it being dramatic for more time with the characters and more time to be, doing stuff like the Jack hit. In the game, they drew that whole house scene out, and it's nowhere near as dramatic as it was in the show. So yeah, it's just making it way too much. They're removing way too much from the game that I just don't like. I like the Seth thing. That was good. That's a good change. And I'm not like, oh, you need to be completely faithful to the game, because I mean, my favorite episode last season was completely different from the game with Bill. I think that was his name. I forgot, unfortunately, but that was my favorite episode from last season. None of that was in the game. So, I'm not completely opposed to changing things. It's just when I think the changes they're making aren't good. I'm gonna say that. And I don't think the changes they're making are good. I did, however, like that whole court debate thing. They skipped over that in the game, and I liked it. I thought that was good. The game didn't really have that 3-month flash forward. The game was pretty snappy with after Joel died, where it was 3 months flash forward, then immediately you get that scene, you get the funeral, and then immediately after they removed Ellie talking to Tommy, which I liked. They shouldn't remove that. That would have fit too. But yeah, then they get them talking, then he leaves that night, and then Ellie leaves. But yeah, they really draw it out, and I'm fine with that. And I liked the whole debate court thing that they did. It showed the two perspectives, and it kind of, I don't know. I just watched it, so I don't have my full opinions formed, but I think I have the same opinions I did last time. But yeah, the court thing, it was good. I mean, I liked it, but it didn't add a terrible amount, but it did kind of, they're fleshing out the town more. I do like that, because in the game you really know nothing about the town. So I do like they're fleshing it out more, showing more characters, giving it more personality, you know. How they actually executed Ellie leaving was fine. I didn't really have any problem with that too. It wasn't amazing or anything, but it was what it was. I didn't hate it. What else? I do like the Ellie and Dina banter. They have chemistry. I wish they wouldn't draw out the romance as long, though, because they are drawing it out. And I like it how it is in the game, where it doesn't make it, oh, will they, won't they thing. Yeah. That's just me, you know. I can see why somebody would prefer it, but I liked it better how it was in the game. But yeah. What else? The scars. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. The scars. Didn't like that. I thought that was kind of annoying, because in the game they aren't really meant to be humanized. They're meant to be like wild animals, and I don't like how they humanize them here. It kind of removes part of what they are in the game, which, yeah, like they act like wild animals. They're kind of wild, like they're crazy cultists, and the game shows that them being crazy cultists and things, so it makes it more sense why, you know, like Yara and Lev, I think those were their names, why they leave, and that leads to one of the best plot points, or like kind of stories inside of the game. So yeah, I don't like that they kind of humanize them a little bit, but it's fine as long as they still do have the Yara and Lev parts. Like if they remove that, then that will piss me off, because that would remove a lot from Abby's character. But yeah, I think that's about it. Overall, first season's definitely better. They should be more faithful to the game. Yeah, I'll see you next week with episode 4. I think there's only gonna be 7 episodes with T'Challa, so kind of weird, because, you know, I feel like, I mean, I know they're splitting it in half, but I don't like how they're doing that, because now the discourse around it online is going to be even worse, because some people will only have known half the story, and I know exactly where they're going to split it. But yeah, I'll see ya.